Shalom, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahushai, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahushai, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahushai. I give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us His word. Shema, Yashala, Yahweh, Allah, Hayah, Nawah, Yahweh, Akkad. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect across the planet Earth pushing this truth. I just want to this breaking news out of the Middle East. Apparently, Putin is issuing a warning to Trump because he threatened to strike Iran over a nuclear deal. So, things are moving forward in these last days. But I got this article out of GBN News entitled "Putin Issues Warning to Donald Trump Amid Threats to Strike Iran Over Nuclear Deal. Catastrophic Consequences." Vladimir Putin has issued a warning to Donald Trump amid his threats to strike Iran over a nuclear deal. Moscow said that strikes on Iran's nuclear infrastructure would have catastrophic consequences. Speaking to the Russian journal International Affairs, threats are indeed heard. Ultimatums are also being heard. He added, "We consider such methods inappropriate. We condemn them. We consider them a way for the U.S. to impose its own will on the Iranian side." So apparently he's trying to strike up some nuclear deal, But Russia kind of stepped in and be like, "Hey, there's going to be some consequences if you bomb Iran." The Kremlin has largely avoided harsh criticism of Trump, with the Russian president swiftly working to rebuild ties with him. Rapprochement that has raised concerns in Ukraine among its European allies. This other article out of RT. Now, this first article was written today, April 1st, 2025. And this was published March 31st. This is very recent. Out of rtnews.com. Iranian MP calls for nuclear bombs. The U.S. President Donald Trump would not dare threaten to bomb Iran if Tehran had nuclear weapons. A member of the Presidium of the Iranian Parliament. A day earlier, the U.S. President threatened Iran with unprecedented bombing if it doesn't accept a nuclear deal. It will be bombing the likes of which they have never seen before, he told. A quote from Trump: "It will be bombing the likes of which they never had seen before," he told NBC News on Sunday. Iran could follow the example of North Korea to bolster its security in the face of the threat. Trump wouldn't make such threats if Tehran were similarly armed. So yeah, it's getting close, man. Getting very close to this thing. So that's what we're looking for. One of the main prophecies is for the U.S. to invade Iran, so that Russia can be that guard unto them, as it is spoken about in Ezekiel 38 and 2. "A son of man, set thy face against Gog in the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him." Gog and Magog, that's the land of Russia today. "And say, Thus saith the Lord of power, Behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws." And we're seeing this now with the invasion of Crimea a while back, and now with the invasion of Ukraine. And also from the words of Zelensky himself, he said, he's trying to rebuild that USSR, and that's what this prophecy is right here. "And I will turn thee back and put hooks in thy jaws." Russia trying to go back to that old Soviet Union. "And I will bring thee forth and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them having swords, war. Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. Yeah, Persia. That's that's another name for Iran. Gomer and all his bands, and the house of Tergamah, and the north quarters and all his bands, and many people with thee. And be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, thou, and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. Yeah, so Russia is gonna be a guard unto Iran and these Middle Eastern uh, nations, you know, when this thing really starts to pop off, when U.S. invades Iran, and Putin's already issuing warnings, that could have catastrophic consequences, man. So yeah, we're very close, man. This could be the last president. Uh, yeah, Zephaniah 3:8. Wait, therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord Yahweh, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, and pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. Talking about that nuclear destruction, man. It says, wait, therefore upon ye till I rise up to the prey. So, he sends his son, Yahweh Shai, man. For my determination is to gather nations, gather them where? Into the Middle East, to pour upon them and devour them with the fire of his jealousy, man, that nuclear destruction, man. For then will I turn to the people of pure language. Yeah, what language is that? Hebrew. And you're starting to do that now, we're coming back to our language. The Hebrew, so you got to call upon Yahweh Wah, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh and his son, Yahweh Shai, in the Hebrew. Those are their Hebrew names, not Jesus, not Christ, That's the pure language. Those are the names we have to pray to, man. That they may call upon the name of the Lord to serve him with one consent. Yeah, that's the only way you can call upon the Lord is through his true name in the Hebrew, Lashwan Kodash, man. Yahweh Shai, man. Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. There's no other name in heaven, to where we can be saved. That's the only name to where we can be saved and delivered with, man. That's what his names mean. The son, the Yahweh Shai. He is the deliverer, man. For then will I turn to the people of pure language. Yeah, this is 2 Ezra 15:1. Behold, speak thou the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which are put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. So yeah, this is part of that prophecy, man. You got to prophesy about that nuclear destruction, prophesy about time of Jacob's trouble, giving people the names. That's what the prophets should be prophesying about, man. These end times. Russia being a guard unto these other nations. Waiting for the Lord to rise up to the prey. Prophesying his determination, for the Most High to gather these kingdoms together in the Middle East. Giving them warning from Yahweh, man. Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. Giving our people warning. The Lord's coming. That fire of his jealousy is coming. That nuclear destruction is coming. That's what we should be doing, man. So speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy which I'll put in thy mouth. So if you're not talking about the destruction, the doom, the day of doom, the Lord's names, the Hebrew, man, the Lord didn't put that in your mouth, man. If you ain't speaking anything other than these words, man, the day of doom, you're talking about Christ blessed and all that, the Lord didn't put that in your mouth, man. That's of your own spirit. Teaching heresies, doctrines of devils, man. And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. See, we're seeing this now. These words are faithful and true, man. This tension in the Middle East is building up. It's been building up for a while, but now we're seeing it. Earthquakes in diverse places. You have that earthquake over there in Thailand, man. You have a bunch of smaller earthquakes that are going on here in California. So these words are faithful and true. He said catastrophic consequences, man, if they strike Iran. And that's what's going to happen, man. Why? Because these words are faithful and true, man. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee, man. The imaginations of thee, the incredulity. Don't let these people without faith, these non believers, man, these 2/3 out here in these other nations, don't let them trouble you, man. That's all prophecy, too, at the end of the day. For the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. How? Eventually all of them are going to die on this side through the fire of his jealousy, man. That nuclear destruction. So who cares, man, if they don't believe, man? Just be thankful that you were called in this truth, that you have the opportunity for salvation. Because these other 2/3 out here, man, they have no hope at all, man. They're done. They're cooked out here, figuratively, and they're gonna be cooked literally. Lord will, man. Behold, Lord, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, sword, famine, death, and destruction, man. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled, man. So yeah, it's like, hey, this is what you have coming, man. The day of doom, doom and gloom, sword, famine, death, and destruction. That's the doom and gloom, man. So we're not to be in, you're not supposed to be in some party spirit, a mirthful spirit, man. Nothing but famine, death, and destruction is coming to this place. It's coming to the whole planet, man. And only the true prophets of the Most High can see it, man. Yeah, the last scripture is 2 Peter 3:10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night. Yeah, it's going to creep up on a lot of people, man. The ones that have no faith, it's going to creep up. The ones that don't believe, the non-belief, the unfaithful, the incredulity. That's why you're not supposed to be troubled by them, man. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heaven shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also, and the works therein shall be burned up. So what's that talking about? We just read it, man. Zephaniah, the fire of the Most High's jealousy, man. His fierce anger, his indignation shall be devoured. For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy, man. That's that nuclear destruction, man. That's that fervent heat. And the earth also, and all the works therein, that shall be burnt up, man. So this day of the Lord, man, it's no joke. It's nothing to play around with. It's time to get right. We're in that time, man. We're in that grace period to get right. Because these things are heating up, man. It's heating up. But with that, shalom.